Perfect.
Right. Good afternoon or good morning if some of you are joining us from California. And we are here today with Andrea Prado, the resident manager at the most beautiful Morgan Rock, Nicaragua. So, Andrea, I know you have a lot of things to show us on your presentation, and also we're going to speak about, how to get to you and all the non-existent restriction. I think you have some good news. Huh? So, Andrea, the screen is all yours.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to see people interested on visiting us, sending your clients. It's definitely a premium spot, I will call it, or a blessing to have a property like this, especially during these uncertain times. Being able to enjoy this fresh air, to being immersed into a private protected reserve is definitely something that we appreciate and we truly want to share with the world. So basically, as Dominique well said, I believe there are no restrictions to coming into Nicaragua, which make it pretty easy. So we're located in the coast, pretty close to Liberia Airport, and they have a lot of direct flights, which makes pretty easy to your clients to be able to come to Morgan's Rock rather than they're flying into Managua. So Managua right now only has one airline flying. However, I have the whole map of flights going into Liberia. And the cool thing about flying into Liberia is that now we're able to do the test on property, send your clients cross the border already with the test and everything, because if they fly out of Managua, they have to do the test in Managua and at the Ministry of Health, which makes us a little bit more not that pleasant, has to have someone to come to the property and do it, and it's a little bit more smooth. So either way, Managua or Liberia, both options are open. We pick them up at any of the two airports. And basically, as I said before, Morgan's Rock is a private protected reserve, pretty secluded, pretty safe. I would say Nicaragua right now, it's experiencing a weird thing in a way, because we know about the COVID. We know that some people are sick and everything. However, we're grateful that still our hospitals and everything and are able to maintain. Like we don't see has amount of devastating situation as we do in other countries. And that's one of the reasons why we are invited people to come into Nicaragua and to disconnect a little bit from all this chaos that we have living during the last few months. So we are a 4,000 acres property. From the ones 800 is a private protected reserve. However, we do have our own private beach. As you can see, it's a half-mile long private beach from point to point where you can relax, walk, enjoy, and have a good time with your family. You can do a single traveler trip. We basically have a variety of options that you can enjoy while you're on property. This is a little bit of how the property looks like. How you can see we're immersed into the forest, but we also have the private beach, which is great. We get the visit of the olive Ridley turtle, which is an endangered species. We try to provide as much as we can a farm to table experience. We used to have our organic farming on property, but since last year, and we didn't have that demand of clients sitting at the restaurant, so we were able to teach to some of our staff members in the community how to grow vegetables and fruits without pesticides. So in that, so we're helping them so we can do something to survive, but we're still doing the whole farm to table experience. The captain still go into the ocean and he fishes, and whatever he gets, he brings it. So we're definitely a farm to table, ocean to table experience. And we're an all year round destination. We never close. We're open. I'm here sitting at the restaurant. We are not planning to close. So we are definitely open and available for festive, for Thanksgiving. Also having only 18 rooms. We have 15 bungalows and 3-bedroom villas. It's a pretty good number. So we can also provide a buyout. So the family or a group of people or friends, they can be on this, I will say like a bubble and have a good time. And it will really depend what what do they have on mind on regards during their stay, because summer, which is already gone, it goes normally from November to April. So we just finished our summer season. Right now, as I said at the beginning, we're during the green season, but as you can see on my background, like we have a pretty shiny sun today. There is no rain. We had a little rain 2 days ago. However, it's a really nice temperature, so you can still enjoy all the water activities, the beach, surfing, going on a sunset on the boat. And it also have a really nice temperature because it goes between the 26 and the 30th Celsius. And then September and October, it's our really rainy season. But if your clients are interested on seeing the massive turtles arrivals, this is the best time of the year. So it will depend on what do they really have your clients in mind. But for me, Morgan's Rock is, it's always the best time of the year to come. And all the adventure and everything starts where you have to cross our 110 meters long hanging bridge to get to your bungalow or villa. And now you're probably wondering, and I believe Dominique, it's the biggest person that can just agree on what am I going to say. If you don't want to cross the hanging bridge, we do have a golf cart. So we have a back road and you can just take your clients in the golf cart and it's no problem at all. But I think Dominique can also provide a little bit of feedback of how fun is to cross the hanging bridge to get to your room.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Voilà. And it's a genuine exercise. I think it's nice to be able to walk and go up. And if clients do not want, not only you have the golf cart, but you have also 3 bungalows near the restaurants for people who
Exactly.
don't want to move. But it's really nice to go on this hanging bridge. You feel the adventure, and I don't know, it's cool. I loved it.
Yeah, actually, especially with little children, they love to cross the hanging bridge. They want to go to their room every time so they can do and cross the hanging bridge. So, as I said before, we have a total of 18 rooms, 15 bungalows, and 3 2-bedroom villas. And as Dominique well said, we have 3 units, 1 villa and 2 bungalows that are before the hanging bridge in case we have clients with mobility issues or we have clients with small children that they want to be closer to a restaurant, to the beach, to the pool. And they're all immersed into the forest and overlooking at the ocean. So basically, they are not beachfront, but the walk from the room to the beach is like 2 minutes. So it's pretty close. Then this is a little bit of a map so you get an idea. So the hanging bridge is just right here and we have 1 villa and then 2 bungalows. Then higher up, we have a number of 13 bungalows and 2 2-bedroom villas next to each other, which are on the highest part of the bungalows area. So you can really have a stunning view of the ocean and hear the ocean sound during the whole day. So this is how the 3-bedroom villas look like. They're especially for families or like 2 couples. We built it because we had such a high demand of families that they want to be together, but wanted to have their own space. So basically there are 2 rooms, a common area and a private pool. Each room has a king and a twin. And another cool feature that we always try to emphasize is that even though we are all open, because the property it's all screens, fabric, open air, we do have this technology called the evening breeze bed. The evening breeze bed, if you see the picture with the bed, you see like a white canopy tent above the bed. So that's the evening breeze bed. The evening breeze bed is an eco-friendly air conditioning system. You can see on this other picture, maybe it looks a little bit more uh, the way it has to be, but it's an eco-friendly air conditioning system. And what it does is that it directs fresh and or cold air towards the bed. So it gives you a really nice temperature where you are in the bed. and it doesn't take you away the whole sensorial experience of hearing the birds, hearing the ocean sound, but it gives you a nice temperature to be comfortable while you are in the bed. Then the 15 bungalows are exactly the same. 3 ocean view bungalows with plunge pool, 10 ocean view bungalows, and then 2 forest view bungalows with plunge pool. Same concept, same design. Main difference will be having or not having a pool, or having or not having ocean view. In the bungalows, we can accommodate up to 4 people because, for example, if we have a family with small children, they can be in the king, but we can set up an extra bed. We put like the sofa and we turn it into a queen size sofa bed, and we can add a crib and they can be all together. Then we have also other pictures of how the view, so you can see the forest view, the pools, but basically they are all the same concept and the same design. We have more than 20 activities that you can enjoy while you're at Morgan's Rock. As you can see, we're totally family friendly. We love children, we love families, but we also love couples. We have a variety of activities, from horseback riding, breakfast at the farm. And the breakfast at the farm is one of our iconic activities. You go to the farm and you learn how to milk the cows, how to gather your own eggs. And with this eggs, I have an anecdote that I'm pretty sure Dominique will love to share with us about the eggs. So please, Dominique.
You're catching me. So yes, I was at the farm for the activity, and they asked me to collect the eggs for my omelette for my breakfast. And then the guy, the farmer, asked me, can you give me your eggs, Dominique? I said, okay. And I gave him my eggs, and he threw my eggs all the way up to the ceiling of the, and then suddenly, like maybe 100 chicken came to my legs, and I didn't understand. I have never seen that. So the eggs fell on the floor, but did not break because you have such a comfy padding for all your chicken. So the eggs didn't break, and the chicken went away. And I said, I need an explanation. I have no idea what happened. Why did they all come, and why did they all leave? And basically, they were coming hoping the eggs will break, because those eggs are only, they're not fertilized, so they don't have any baby, and they are made only for omelette or for eating. And so basically, if the eggs would break, they would maybe eat it. Correct, Andrea? And
That's
they say
correct.
the eggs didn't break, so they went their own way. They go back to do their business. But I was like a kid almost, and I think anyone who should see these things, because that was really impressive in this way. So many
Yeah,
chicken came right away to my legs. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many chicken you have total, but it looks like it was everyone came. Not one chicken stay around minding their own business. Every chicken came.
yeah, right now we're pretty like around 80, I will say, and
Yeah,
120 dogs. So there was like a lot of
yeah,
chicken
no, it
running
was,
behind Dominique.
yeah, yeah. And I definitely enjoy the getting the milk from the cow, and but anyway, and
It,
learning how to make the tortilla as
the
well. You're
tortilla,
teaching
yeah,
that.
it's definitely an authentic experience.
Mhm.
I'll say I have seen from the little ones to the big ones enjoying this activity, because this is how normally the rural areas in Nicaragua still do their everyday breakfast.
Mhm, mhm.
So it's pretty cool. We also have fishing. We have almost 130 kilometers of hiking trails. So they can do different hikes. We have biking, we have paddle boarding, but we also have offsite activities. Uh, right now, we are still being able to offer the zip lining of property, going to San Juan del Sur, which is our fisherman's town, is our closer town, 20 minutes by car, 10 minutes by boat. And you get to walk a little bit around and get to see a little bit more of the Nicaraguan culture. However, we also have a full Nicaraguan experience activity, which is that you go to the different towns where the artisans do the ceramics. You also go to Granada, which is the city that you see with the yellow church right there. It's a colonial city, pretty similar to Antigua architectural talking. You also go to the Masaya volcano, which is an active volcano where you can see the real lava. and then you end up on a boat trip at Nicaragua's lake to see the 365 little islands. So it's a full day activity. We'll start operating this tour, and so you can see a little bit more of Nicaragua. But we also have the option, if you just wanna disconnect or reconnect 100%, we have the biggest yoga platform in Nicaragua. We offer complimentary yoga class. So you can also combine it then with a special treatment at our spa at the beach. We have the therapist on property. We have the spa right at the beach. So you can, while you are having your aromatherapy, you will hear the ocean crashing and have a really relaxing experience. So, but we also know the community needs us, especially during these times. So we also have a program with the local schools, and this is a little bit more of history. So basically at the very beginning, Morgan's Rock was a cattle farm. The French family who are the owners, they started as a reforestation project, and they have planted over 2 million trees. So one of the biggest needs at the schools, at the local schools in the community, it's furniture. So we put together a program where we provide furniture to the local schools. We also provide some eco filters so they can have potable water. And we also are providing kits with cleaning supplies. So the children that they still go to school, they can be on a clean, on a nice environment. And last year, we also put together, even though we, in the whole community and the whole world, we were struggling, we put together a program with the local community. So we were able to support 103 families over 6 months. We were able to give them a package of food and cleaning supplies so they could face this time, because all this area is about tourism and we didn't have any tourism. We didn't have any clients. So they were having a really bad time, but we together with travel agents, with clients, with even with us, with the staff, we were able to help a little bit to our community. And now we are grateful to say things are getting better. So we were able to rehire some part of our staff to support even more the community, which is great. And since we're able to provide this experience where you can be on an open air environment, which allow us to have less worried about getting sick, and with the vaccine and everything, we are able to provide and support more the community where we are located. I think you're mute, Dominique.
Thank you. I said thank you very much, Andrea, and bravo again to you and the hotels and the staff for the support to the local community. So always make me emotional. I know it, but you don't get used to good things that people do. No? I think we had a question, Dina. I'm glad, Dina, you said you had no electric power, so now you're good. Huh? Katie, you want to know, in the bungalow are open air, are they screen on the open walls? Are they
Yeah, their screens. So basically, it's not that the monkey will jump into the room. They will be outside. You could see him. You will hear them, especially the howler monkeys, but they're all screens. However, we do are immersed into a natural reserve. So we do have bugs. However, I have been living on this property for 5 years, and knock on wood, never been bitten or stung by anything.
Yeah. And I've been there, like 3 times already on Fab Trip. I didn't hear anyone. I remember when you start putting the air conditioning, at that time you were saying, oh, we don't really need air conditioning because we have a lovely breeze. And I think the lovely breeze is actually keeping the bugs outside,
Actually, yes,
So because
that's
really we
very
don't see
important.
them flying around, huh? So that's really nice. And then you add screen for the night, so you can close up but you're inside this jungle. You hear everything. It's actually fantastic. Huh? Everyone, I don't know if some of you, I can't remember, but if some of you today attending the webinar have been to Morgan Rock, you would probably say, which everybody has been saying, that was one of their best places they've seen in the world. And some say until today it's their favorite. So it would be nice for all of you to discover it by yourself. It's very, very special. Huh? Voilà.
Exactly. It is a definitely like a naturally, we call it our naturally luxurious place
Mhm.
because you still have hot water, you still have Wi-Fi. As you can see, we have a really good
Great work,
connection.
right? Mhm. Mhm.
We have the evening breeze. We have a lot of little perks that allow your clients to feel pampered,
Yeah.
but we're still immersed into
Mhm.
nature to
Mhm.
connect with ourselves. And as I said before, we do have availability for festive. You can quote easily a buyout starting on the 15K per night
Yeah.
for like around 30 people, which is a
Mhm.
good number. And we we are able to accommodate actually if you have clients with a budget, we are able and we're grateful to work it out with you.
Mhm.
So just do not hesitate to send me a message and I'll be more than happy to put together something for you if you need your clients to see a little bit more of the property. I'm also super available. Like I'm almost 99% of my time here.
Yeah.
So from the
Uh,
very
Andrea, the starting rate for a couple, 572 with
yeah,
breakfast and dinner. Well, it's
that's
great. Huh?
correct. And
Voilà.
then for a family of four on a villa, it's like around 1,180 per night
Mhm.
with breakfast and dinner.
Yeah.
So we will just need to know what their clients have in mind so we can build a full special itinerary for them and take good care of them.
Yeah. Stephanie, you're asking what's the minimum night stay? But
We don't have a
we don't.
minimum
That's
night
why
stay.
no minimum night.
However, if you ask me, one night will
It's
be
not
like
enough.
pretty sad
Yeah.
because you always will come to sleep and you won't be able to enjoy the whole Morgan's Rock experience.
Yeah.
We always suggest at least 4 nights
Mm-hmm.
to get the whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
However, we don't have a minimum stay.
I realized when we went for 2, 3 nights and for fun trips, the one thing I never did, you imagine I had to do a lot of things during the day because it's not like we had much time lying down in the
Yeah.
sun. We didn't do the canoeing on the river and the night walk. The night walk, when you're outdoor the whole day and you have a nice dinner and you want to check your email, we
Yeah.
never had the time to do the night walk. So these are two things I never did. Huh? Voilà.
Then you have to look for some dates pretty
Voilà.
soon so we can do it together.
Yes. So, Susie, you're talking about the nightly entertainment. So, what can we say except for my night walks? You have many night walks, but you have a big screen. You can have a movie night. Huh?
We have set up some movie nights, especially with children, or when we have like very special event like a football game or like for example Miss Universe on Sunday. We know
Uh-huh.
everybody wants to be watching Miss Universe, so we can set it up. Also we have some live music sometimes. We had done some rum tasting as well.
Mhm.
It really depends, as I said before, having a small property in regards to the number of rooms, it allows to be super tailor made. Whatever you have in mind, this is like a magic trick, and I'm with my little thing going here and there always to make it happen.
Mhm.
But it's definitely to understand the type of client that we will having so we can offer them an authentic, a unique experience.
Mhm. Thank you. Yes, Catalina, huh? It sounds like an authentic place to recommend to visit. Indeed, very special, and I don't think people know, not everyone knows about it. And great, we said, I don't know if you came a little late, but great access through Liberia. Andrea, you will, of course, send the driver to pick them up. You have a little plane as well. Is it still working? How does it work for pickup outside the country?
It is working. However, right now with the COVID and everything, the only way is to fly it into Managua,
Managua, to take
which
that plane.
makes the travel time even longer if they're flying into Liberia, then flying into Managua, and then by car to the property.
Mhm.
It's easier to fly into Liberia and do
And then to be picked up by
the
car.
ground transfer. Yeah,
Okay.
and we can stop in some places so we can cut the trip and everything, and it has worked pretty well. If you ask me, I have done it a few times, and right now the border is pretty easy because not a lot of
Mhm.
people is crossing it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
So
nice.
it's a good. And then we'll see in the future, just for people to know that you do have an airstrip and you do have a planning plan.
Exactly. We do have our own private airstrip. And Monica is asking us how far is from Liberia Airport. Same distance than Managua Airport. It's 2 hours and a half plus the boarding crossing time. The boarding crossing time can be like 45 minutes. So it will be like around 3 hours and a half total, including the border crossing.
But as you said, a nice scenic road and then nice little stop on the way. Huh?
Exactly. And once you cross like the border, you see the difference between Costa Rica and Nicaragua. You're able to see the lake on your way to Morgan's Rock. So it's not like you're on a road like for hours just looking at, I don't know, buildings or something. No,
Yeah,
it's a pretty nice road.
And normally nobody has done it much often. So it's exciting to see something. When I first arrived and I did the road, I didn't want to do anything else than the road. And I was not reading or doing working. I was looking on the window because
Exactly.
I wanted to learn. I wanted to see. Huh?
Exactly.
But thank you very much. I don't know if we have any other question, but thank you all for joining us for a tour of Morgan Rock, Nicaragua, and glad to know that the borders are open. That Liberia is an easy access, and we forgot to say how amazing the food is because you said it's organic, but really an organic, not the organic vegetable you bought in your supermarket, the organic vegetable that are picked in the morning.
Yes.
A few hours before the lunch. And trust me, they don't taste like the normal organic vegetables.
They don't.
That's extraordinary. So
that's why we don't have a menu, because we have to work on what's available.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. No, but also I always said it's almost like a wellness places as well. But you don't even have to follow any rules, but just by walking a little bit to your bungalow, eating organic, healthy, swimming, and you have so much to do in sports. This is already a nice wellness week. Huh? Back to shape.
Totally.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, it's still, still in the afternoon. So buenas tardes, boa tarde. Thank you for joining us. And Andrea, a big thank you for taking the time to be with us. Huh?
Thank you,
sure
everybody.
Will send you many, many clients.
Thank you. And thank you very much for your time, everybody. And have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.